Dear Kiddo, take my hand into darkness. I was feeling good, lighter than a helium-filled balloon at a birthday party, about moms and my future together. I was walking on sunshine, whistling in the dark, and basically doing the electric slide in my heart. It lasted precisely 3 or 4 days, which, in hindsight, is about as long as a milk carton's freshness after opening. But here's where the plot thickened like a bad stew. This minor event at brunch was a revelation, a little hiccup that made me put on my magnifying glass and peer closer at Mom's actions and words. This was my first known encounter with gaslighting, though I didn't have the term for it then. You'll learn, kiddo, when you're older, how to spot when someone's trying to make you question your own reality. And sadly, it'll likely be Mom who's the maestro of this particular symphony. So there I was, at the inn of the Anasazi, paying for brunch on a sunny patio, thinking life was just peachy. Mom was set to spend a long weekend with Kelly, her childhood friend, whom she later described in terms that would make a sailor blush, pretentious, snooty, the whole 9 yards. Ironically, this was Mom's blueprint for her own life's renovation. As we savored our food, Mom's phone was like a beehive on vibrate, buzzing across the table with the urgency of a caffeine-addicted teen. Each buzz was like a little slap in the face of our supposed quality time. This behavior, reminiscent of when I first met Nona, who was more attached to her phone than a teenager to their first love, seemed now like a power play, a way to say, I have other, more important things going on, and you're just here. Finally, driven by both curiosity and irritation, I asked to see her phone. Mom handed it over with what I can only describe as glee. There on the screen were plans for dates with not one but 2 different men. My jaw might as well have dropped to the floor. Here I was, post our exclusive relationship pact, funding this brunch, witnessing her orchestrate her next romantic escapades like she was planning a corporate merger. I confronted her, my voice a mix of disbelief and a dash of betrayal. What about our conversation? I asked, referring to our heartfelt promise just a few days prior. Mom looked at me with the innocence of a child caught with their hand in the cookie jar, who swears they've never seen cookies before in their life. She gaslit me hard, claiming no recollection of our agreement, as if it were just another item on her list of things to forget. My mouth was as dry as the Sahara, and I pressed on about her upcoming weekend plans, knowing she was off to rub elbows with the rich and fratty at Kelly's husband's birthday bash. I asked if she would have considered a rendezvous with one of those frat boys if I hadn't caught her red-handed with her dating app. Her response was as cold as her heart might have been at that moment. Of course, I'm single. And that's what single women do. I shook my head, not just in disbelief, but in the realization that I needed to keep an eye on this woman like a hawk on a field mouse if I was to continue this dance with her. Mom went to the party and came back with a tale of a drunken frat boy who supposedly ended up in her bed. She claimed she had to fetch Kelly to evict him. At the time, it seemed plausible, the kind of story you'd hear at any frat house chaos. But now, looking back, was it just a cover? Did she entertain this guy until she decided it was enough? Or did she push the limits only to backtrack when he didn't get the memo? Only Mom knows the truth, and she's not about to share it. So, here's a lesson for you, kiddo. When you're walking into darkness with someone, keep your flashlight handy and your trust measured. Because sometimes, the person leading you might just be looking for the best spot to leave you in the dark.